Hello folks, hope you're doing well. So, yes. So now with no car at the moment, I'm having to walk down the road to the shops and stuff like that. And I walked past the church, the Pentecostal church. And they've got another one of these signs outside. This one's saying, try praying. And as I was walking past, I thought, well, try teaching. Because that's the answer. Try teaching. If you want people to pray, if you want people to do according to God's will, God's ways, they need to be taught. You need to understand. And then suddenly, okay, well they can't do that, can they? They can't teach. Because teaching means saying, well, excuse me, that's the wrong way to do things. In today's way, with this, left-wing church, safe space church, you can't say people are wrong. Well, come on. Example after example after example after example after example I have given about the churches that I've been to over the years, not just recently, but over the years, where you can't be talking about fruit. You can't be talking about people being wrong. You can't do that. People get very offended by that. So, okay. That has to be one of the first things, isn't it, really? If there's no teaching in a church, then you can't possibly, in any way, shape or form, go from who you were when you came into church to who you need to be. You're stuck at who you were. Well, if you go by what they're doing in church, that is. Of course, you can, in your own free time, you can spend time with God and build a relationship and learn from the scripture and learn from the word. You can do that. Most don't, but you can do that. That is a way to grow, but growth in church is minimized, to say the least. Well, as I say, I couldn't recommend for anyone to go to a church. No. Well, actually, that's the point. Yeah. When Yeshua came, there was already a church. There was already a church that was set up. Did he recommend that? No. He didn't recommend that because that's not supposed to be the way. And yet, what have we got now? Exactly the same. And it is, as I said before, we have the same now. We have a church now that if Yeshua came and spoke, he'd be banned from the churches. He'd be banned. Now, as I say, we have to understand that in the time of the crucifixion and stuff like that, that was commonly what was done with troublemakers. With contentious people, is that they were crucified. It wasn't just burglars and whatever, criminals. A contentious person in the church, talking about the church, talking about the way that the leaders of the church aren't doing things the way they're supposed to, you'd be crucified. You wouldn't be mucked around. Yeah. So crucifixion isn't possible now. So just because of the fact that the church nowadays wouldn't crucify someone, the only reason they wouldn't is because that's illegal. Right? If that was legal, would they be doing it? Yeah. Of course they would, yeah. As a message to their churchgoers to say, don't step out of line. If you do, this is what's going to happen. Yeah, they would do that, yeah. Yeah, I have no doubt about that at all. Well, as I say, if you need to see what the churches are like, you only have to look at what's going on in the country, in the politics of that country, and all of that. So in Scotland, of course, we then had that thing earlier in the week about assisted suicides. and it's now law to say that that can be done. Well, suicide is killing. You're killing yourself. If you're killing yourself, that's murder. So according to scripture, that's murder. Right? The church is not concerned in any way, shape or form in Scotland, or really in England particularly, that part of the UK is saying that assisted suicide is legal. That's a problem. Because of course assisted suicide is a very left-wing thing. But if someone is suffering to that degree, if it's terminal, there's no need for them to suffer anymore. If you can help to take that suffering away, you should do. That's a very left-wing view. So the church is going to be right on board with that, isn't it, really? So the church is on board with murder. And as I say, get it right, it is murder. There are terms used. It even said in the local paper, I didn't buy the paper, I was just from news agents when I saw it, that assisted suicides will not be counted as suicide. They're going to have some other terminology, because otherwise the suicide rates in the country are going to go through the blinking roof. Because they have to record all this stuff, don't they? So they can't do that. They have to change the name of it to rename it. But the point of it is renaming stuff, calling it assisted suicide and calling suicide rather than murder, doesn't mean it isn't murder. You're ending a life. That's murder. Because that's what murder is. Intentionally taking a life is murder. And so assisting someone to commit murder, I'm pretty sure that's a sin. And so and say, you can't blame the church necessarily for it, but the state of the church is shown in what decisions are made in that country, because the church should be an influence on its leaders. And you can see where the influence is from the church. If the church has been any influence at all to the leaders, they've led them to make decisions as they have, which is bad. But that's where we are. So there you go. You take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Have a fantastic weekend and a week ahead. Be blessed. Happy Easter, whatever. Bye-bye.